Howdy there folks, I'm Quinn of Snazzy Labs, and this is the video review of the SwitchEasy TRIM Case for iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S. Now I know some of you are probably scratching your heads and saying, Quinn, this is not a new case. I know, I've been rocking this case for a year and a half ever since the iPhone 4 pretty much just came out. However, it had occurred to me the other day that I had never reviewed this case, and this is one of my all-time favorite cases. So rather than just say, oh yeah, this is one of my favorite cases, I thought I'd review it for you hands-on so you could see why this is killer, especially at its $19.99 price point, which undercuts pretty much every competitor. Now, it comes in a myriad of different colors, amongst which are black, clear, red, orange, lime green as I have pictured here, pink, and blue. And not only that, but it comes with this hybrid style construction. Right here, we have a plastic, hard, polycarbonate coating right here, so you have some serious rigidity. There is a little bit of flex in case you drop it, however it's pretty robust. And right here we have a much more malleable hydropolymer that's fused to this polycarbonate backing, so you do have this part, which is really, really great. It's not so spongy like silicone that it picks up lint and dust and all of that other stuff, but it does have the resistive and the flexible natures and properties of silicone, so when you drop it, this adds some serious protection. So this is pretty much the best of both worlds. You have a soft back here that is, as you can see, kind of frosted, which makes for a very, very nice look. This one looks much better on a white phone than a black phone, but I'm going to demonstrate on a black phone. And, you know, it really just is a pretty cool case. All you have to do is take your iPhone 4, and as you can see, I have an original iPhone 4 here. The reason I'm using an original iPhone 4 and not my 4S is because since this case is a year and a half old, this is not suited for the 4S. If you go out and buy a SwitchEasy TRIM today, you will find that it is designed for the 4S and the CDMA models of the iPhone 4. But for just the GSM iPhone 4, that's what I'm using right here because that's what this case is built for. You're also going to find all the fixings you find in your SwitchEasy cases, amongst which are 2 screen shields, of course a dock connector, a little movie viewing stand, and the little nubs that fit in the headphone and 30-pin dock connector port so that you don't get dust or lint inside them. I've lost both sets, as I usually do within the first day with these SwitchEasy cases, but when you put the case on, you can see that it fits perfectly well. The volume buttons are perfectly accessible, and they do provide a nice haptic click to them. This switch is very, very accessible. The headphone jack is slightly recessed, but the case is not that deep. So I found with almost every headphone jack, it was not a problem to get them fitting in this case, which is very unusual with SwitchEasy cases. Almost all SwitchEasy cases have problems with headphone jacks, and this is pretty much the one exception. Again, we have our sleep-wake button, which is very, very haptic, so you do have a nice click up top there. As we go to the side, we see the SwitchEasy logo, and on the bottom we have our microphone and speaker. That was how it was on the iPhone 4. They didn't switch them till the or maybe they switched it with the iPhone 4. I can't remember. But on the 3GS, this was the microphone and this was the speakerphone, and now it's mic and speakerphone. Although I think they might have switched it with the iPhone 4S. That's regardless. And then you have access to your 30-pin dock connector. Almost all, actually all headphone, or excuse me, all 30-pin dock connectors I've tried fit nicely, even third-party ones, which usually have problems with cases. Not a problem on this, which is nice to see. On the back, you can see that it looks pretty sharp, even with the black. You have this nice rigid backing here so as to protect the glass. And on the side, we have this very, very rigid plastic here, or rather, hydropolymer, making it very resistant to drops and spills and falls and everything of the sort. Now, the only complaint I have with this, really, genuinely the only complaint, is that the edges are pretty sharp. And after several months of use, you'll notice that they start to wear down. But at first, it may be slightly uncomfortable to hold tightly. And it does, these ridges do add grip, which I like, but they're sharp enough on the sides here that it can be uncomfortable to hold tightly. So when you're playing games, it can be a little bit weird and a little bit uncomfortable. But generally, this is an awesome value, especially for $20. I mean, competitors are $40, $50 for cases of this caliber. I could not recommend it anymore. It has remained one of my favorite cases even to this day, 2 years later. The SwitchEasy TRIM is an absolute Snazzy Labs approved award. I'm Quinn of Snazzy Labs. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay snazzy. See you later, folks.